folks, it's Antronus Prime back here with another review. This time I'm going to review Generations Red Alert. Now why Red Alert? Well, Red Alert and between Sideswipe and Soundwave are going to get a lot of popular attention this December due to their masterpiece releases, hopefully, if they can keep to the release dates. But Red Alert particularly because Sunstreaker, although yellow's a very hard colour to pull off with a figure. It looks cheap, it can look sometimes tacky. Even though he has the better head mould, didn't want to do him. Sideswipe on the other hand, same sort of look as Red Alert. He's not reversed like Sunstreaker. He's got a nice speckly sort of paint job, Sideswipe, but you know, his colours is all just one. So unfortunately Red Alert is going to get the spotlight. But with Red Alert, even though we do get that very generic white and red, the colour scheme just works for this mould. It's beautiful, even though it's like you've got complements of grey. The grey is not boring at all. So on with the actual figure. This figure is highly poseable. It's got great articulation in all his joints. You get full 90 degrees in arms, legs, even foot articulation, rotation of 360 in lower legs, upper arms, wrists. Its head will do 360 if you wish, but overall this mold is fantastic. It's been used about 5 times now, hence Sideswipe and Sunstreaker, and I think the exclusives of Counterpunch and Dead End. But it works. You get everything in this particular mold that you want from a Transformer. His paint apps are fantastic. Like I said before, even though it's just standard white and red, and you get a lot of the most CUG line is made up of these colours, but this particular mold works for Red Alert. Hence he's the fire chief, as you can see. You have these lovely fire rescue paint apps on the side and his doors. Very retro, just looks gorgeous. But particular contrast between the red, the grey and the white works so well together. This grey is beautiful. It's like a matte finish on him, rather than like something like Classics Ramjet that has got this really just norm grey, boring. It doesn't do anything for Ramjet, but this, because of the contrast of the colours and the way the colours are set out and the way the mould actually comes together, is beautiful. One particular one, I don't know if you can see the linear lines with this paint app. If you start from the top and work all the way down, it sort of separates, like it's two. He's wearing like a cat suit or something like that, but it's gorgeous. Even all around him, his detail is complemented with the plastic part here, and really just highlights a lot. The red skirts just really complement the robot mode as well as the car mode. The quality of the plastic is sturdy, it's thick, and it doesn't show through like it does on Sunstreaker. It's lovely. Nice Autobot logo in the middle, which is always good, and I like this particular detail. Just sort of not, instead of just giving him a white body in it, they've actually paid attention to it. Just the way the grey is set out also just breaks up that white and red, and it's just lovely. It so sits for the character as well. The only downside is his head. His head sculpt, unfortunately, is Sideswipe. Now, I like this head mold, but it's not Red Alert. We all know Red Alert. He has a red head and he has the teddy bear effect. Now later a review will follow, hopefully very soon, with the new, is it Breeze Bros heroic duo, so that whole head will get replaced, and I'll do a review on that along with his weapon. His weapon again is quite nice. Now for Sunstreaker, I use it as his engine hub. Now his engine hub is it's foldable, looks like a little drone, surveillance drone or something. Now I fit on the back with Sunstreaker, and same with Sideswipe for his rock pack, but Red Alert you don't really get that because of his siren on the back. You can't really place it, so he just tends to be a combined with his little pea shooter gun. I hate this this gun, even though it becomes his exhaust in car mode, but I really don't like it. It just doesn't feel right for the figure. You expect something big and, you know, Gundam-y with a huge over-the-top weapon. But Red Alert, what a beautiful, this is gorgeous for this particular mold. It works in every way, every dynamic, every colour. They just complement everything about it, and I love it. So let's try his car mode. Let's go into transformation first, move on to his car mode. Red Alert car mode, again, like all the other modes, is beautiful. It's based on a Lamborghini. I'm not sure the make. I think it's a Durero or something. Not really sure anyway. But you can just see how the paint tabs complement this car. You've got a nice red skirt all the way around, something that you would think repo labels may do to, you know, bump the colour of the character up. Sirens work really well with this white, especially. I think it's because I think the sirens do make what this car is, apart from the red and white paint apps, but it just looks lovely. In this mold works so well, and the colour scheme behind it is just nice. Now you can choose to put the engine hub on or not, even though I always find this is too Sunstreaker, that I leave it off Sideswipe, but I thought, why not with Red Alert? You know, he's a fire chief, he wants to get to work fast, blah blah. You know, it seems right, and with the sirens it does work. Love the way you can see the Autobot sign under the windscreen here, and sort of the interior red. It just lifts rather than sort of being like a shaded tinted glass. The back, you've got a nice alert at the back, and it says 05. I'm not too sure what that means. Please someone leave a comment below. Underneath you see his weapon fitting for his exhaust. Nice little touch. I love this when, you know, all the accessories fit to the bottom. You know, you don't lose them left, right and centre. As you can see underneath, all his transformation tucks in. Very, you know, nice symmetry there underneath. There's no really see through the other side. It's all tucked in very nice. Get a nice little motion, nice little traction, especially on this plastic surface. I do wish they were rubber wheels still, you know me and rubber wheels. But it's lovely. The glossy finish on this Lamborghini is absolutely beautiful, and you know, I'm looking forward to even getting his repo labels on this, just to highlight a bit more of the siren and see what else it does. So Red Alert's transformation, it's engaging, it's entertaining, keeps your hands on all the time. It's lovely the way little things can just all of a sudden come together, with, especially with transforms. That's the pleasure of transforming them. That's why I won't go through transformations. You snap this in, because the pleasure of getting a transform is transforming it. It's the gimmick behind it. It's what makes it a transformer. Yeah. But Red Alert and this particular mold, you're sort of blessed with this sort of great looking figure at the end of it, great looking car mode, whichever way you do it. A couple of, you know, you have sort of a little sort of hiccup when it comes to bending the wheels in and getting his arms out. That's great. You've sort of got this automorph thing that comes up and places his head, and sort of everything just sort of compiles greatly. You can just see he's, you know, there's no kibble or anything like that. Everything is part of the robot mode. Very lovely piece of engineering, I must say, for this particular mold. Great looking figure. If you've got a chance to pick him up, you won't be disappointed. Henke one the same. I presume you get a red head with that one, but it's still very much Sideswipe's head. Paint apps, fantastic. Articulation, outstanding for this figure. Like all the mold, like the other in the mold. Great figure. Pick him up, and his masterpiece should be due out this December, along with Soundwave. Sideswipe is already out. But I'm Antronus Prime, and thank you for watching.